and the butter. What do you say? We got an awesome chef here today with butter. I'm so looking forward to this segment. We have the privilege of having the one and only Snoop Dogg's chef. His name is Charles Cubone Rachal. He's the one and only. He's amazing, and he's brought some special guests with him today. Cubone, how you doing today, man?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed to be in New York with you, David, and Wonder Rama. You know, this is something special to me. My first time.
Yeah,
cooking in New York.
You sing for your supper? Sounds like you got a voice then.
Oh, yeah, I sings all the day, man. Me and Snoop, we sang oldies every morning, like 3 or 4 in the morning. We call each other up, we be singing oldies. When we together,
now, you bring a lot to the kitchen with you, not just amazing recipes and talent, but you have a message about nonviolent social change. You spearhead that. You practice what you preach, and it's amazing. And you brought some special guests with you today. Can you introduce your guests?
Yes, I brought my special guest, my sister, someone has been dear to me since I've changed my life, the course of I'm changed right now. From a peacemaker to now a chef, I brought my phenomenal sister, Bernice A. King.
A. King.
Bernice A. King. And that A stands for Atlanta, y'all. We from the A to LA. Now we're in New York. But yeah, I brought Bernice A. King. I brought the phenomenal seasoned Miss Nola, N-O-L-A, seasoning blend, Nola seasoning blend, and myself, Chef Cubone. We're in the building.
Now, I understand that you and Dr. King, Bernice, you guys have a history together. It goes back a long ways, of course. And in the kitchen, however, this is a first. You've never really been able to cook together, and she has not been able to actually taste the awesome recipes that you've done. Is that true? Is that real?
That's real. I've tasted it on social media.
It looks good.
Yeah.
The
smell comes through social media when he's just showcasing,
And who is your friend right here? I know she needs no introduction. Miss Nola, right?
Miss Nola seasoning blends.
Let me surprise her with the lamb.
It smells really
First and
good.
foremost, so yes.
It's amazing.
It smells amazing.
Absolutely. So what do you do different, special? What is your twist on cooking as a chef?
Flavor.
What do you think? It's all about flavor. And that's
all
where Miss Nola
about
comes
flavor.
in,
Yeah,
right?
it's all about flavor. I don't like blend. It's all about flavor, man. If you don't bring the flavor to it, the smell, see the aromas in the air right now? You just sit it out here in nature that just, just you walk past here and say, I want some.
We've already got a lineup. You can't see it. We got people looking over the shoulder. What is he cooking? That smells so good. So any advice for those watching that might want to make this particular dish? What's the preparation? What goes into it? Is butter the secret? What do you start with?
Well, you always have to start with the butter, the seasoning first and foremost. The butter brings in the flavor, brings out the juices and everything, because we have a special butter. Well, we can use regular butter, but we season our butter and we use the seafood butter sauce.
Oh,
but
nice.
normally people use on crabs, seafood boil. We can use on vegetables. We can use on anything we want to because it's butter, actually. But it's our own personal butter now. It's Miss N-O-L-A seasoning bar.
Homemade.
It's homemade. This is homemade in the jar. She makes this personally homemade. It's not bought over the counter at the store.
Well, it looks amazing. It smells amazing. We're gonna let this sizzle and simmer a little bit more. We gotta take a little break. When we come back, we're gonna hear about Dr. King's amazing campaign. You don't want to miss this, and you don't want to miss this. We are back in Times Square. We are cooking up some fun stuff, of course, with the one and only Cubone. We've got Miss Nola on this side, and the one and only Dr. Bernice A. King here in the kitchen for the first time. Would you remind us and recap what we're making today?
Yes, we're making lamb arm shoulders. We got broccoli with the butter sauce. The good old N-O-L-A seasoning blend, We just keep it flavorful.
And if this were only smell-o-vision, man, you should smell this. This is so good. I can't wait to get to the end when we actually get to taste this. I know this will be the first time for you.
Yes, it is.
Something else special that you've been cooking up is a children's book and a book in general. Your campaign, Be Love, It Starts With Me, is the name of the book, of course.
Yeah.
But your campaign is incredible. Will you tell us about that just a little bit?
Yeah, we started it with adults at first, and we wanted to find a way to bring young people in because we want people to know that love is not just sentimental, that it can be used to change the world, to just deal with injustices. And so we decided to do a children's book called It Starts With Me, because we want kids to know you don't have to wait on adults. There's things you can do to affect the world in your schools, in your neighborhoods, and even helping to influence some of our elected officials.
Yeah.
And so this book starts with me, a little girl named Amora, French Amor, so we found Amor, yes, and she has a shirt on that says Be Love. So we're teaching kids how to be loved, how to cut off the chain of violence, how to speak up against things that are wrong, how to be kind with your words, because you know we can be real mean to each other, especially as kids. This is about being able to speak up and also helping to stop some of this bullying.
Yes, absolutely. What a great message. You know, going back to this kitchen table, it does start right here. I mean, getting back to the kitchen table to be able to converse, have conversations like you're talking about.
We've been talking
powerful.
about that. It's very powerful because the dinner table is where those conversations occur with kids. I know my mother did a lot at our table. That's how she checked on us and taught us different things.
What makes Cubone so special? Your relationship and what he's doing with his platform. What do you think?
Well, I know it's all about nonviolence. It's about stopping the violence. It's about redirecting young people's energy so they can do more positive and constructive things.
Yes.
And Cubone, with his platform, with him cooking like this, food is that attractive. You know, everybody loves food.
Yes.
Kids really love food too. And so this gives him an opportunity to be able to share some of his messages with young people through food. Because when they see the food and they look at the food, it's like, okay, in order for me to get this food, I got to hear his message first.
Yes, and when we sit down at the dinner table, great conversations, great learning, memories,
That's what happened in my life. My mom, when we gathered at the kitchen table, and by the way, please get back to that kitchen table with your children and your kids, because it's an important place where lessons are imparted. That's what made my father such a powerful person, because of the dinner table that he was around with his parents in Atlanta, Georgia. So it makes an incredible difference in the life of those kids and in our world.
To break bread together, have a meal and a message, and that's exactly what Cubone's doing. In fact, with your book, It Starts With Me, in our studio audience, we have a young lady from the West Coast, from California. Her name is Layla. I wanted to bring her in. Say hi to Layla really quick.
Layla,
right here.
How are you?
Good today.
Good. I understand you've been reading my book. It Starts With Me. So tell me a little bit. What did you get out of the book?
Well, I think that Amara really wants the world to change with love, and even if she has some problems sometimes, she can always fix them. I always just want to help change the world with love, because that's what's important.
Exactly. And you know, one of the reasons I wrote the book is because my mother used to tell me as a kid and my siblings, somebody has to cut off the chain of violence. Now, I didn't quite understand the somebody at that time, but as I got older, I knew it meant it starts with me. You know, I have to be the one to cut off that chain of violence. I have to be the one to be love and help to stop ugly things, insulting things, hurtful things, mean things, and to bring love and peace and justice and equity to the world. And so thank you for reading my book. I hope you'll share it with your friends.
I will.
Okay.
Your message is getting out there in a very, very cool way. And we're so grateful that you would be here a part of all this.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here, Layla. Now, since you're right here, you might as well join our taste testing. Would you mind joining us? Is that okay?
Oh, that sounds
This is the moment right here. Moment of truth. First time that Dr. Bernice A. King is tasting Cubone's food. This is epic. Can't wait for this. I'm just excited to be along with the action here. It smells so good. Miss Nola, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Hey, let's do this. So we'll do it on 3.
Ready? All right.
Drum roll.
1, 2, 3. Moment of truth. Moment of truth. You approve? Mm-hmm. He is good.
Yes.
Awesome. Give it up for Cubone, Miss
It
Nola.
almost melts in your mouth.
Absolutely.
Almost lamb. It's hard to get lamb to kind of melt like that.
That's so
right.
good. It is all about
That's
the flavor for
And I'll
sure.
take the rest of it.
Dr. Bernice King, thank you so much for joining us today on the set of Wonderama here in Times Square. And Layla, you as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. We'll be